Right, here we go now. I'm going to tell you why a prenups agreement is mandatory. Now, listen, you could take this advice if you want to, but you better listen to me and listen good because I'm going to tell you from firsthand experience, and you can even watch other people that get a divorce and see what they be going through. You know, these big movie stars, people with money, 90 million, 50 million, 20 million, 30 million. For what? Female say she want $20,000 a month to support a 1 year old or 2 year old. Come on. And believe it or not, the judge is giving it to him. So I don't care if you're just a regular dude working a job, trying to come up, whatever you're doing, because you would never know when an idea might come in your head, when something might click, when you might find a business that you like, you might get into something that makes a lot of money, and you done got married with no prenup because you might not thought that this was possible for you to be a millionaire, even a billionaire, but you just gotta figure it out in the beginning because one thing I know, when you get with a female, you be in love, you be disillusioned, you be feeling weak. Most dudes be simping. I'm not saying everybody, but man, when you meet that female, to this day, I don't know anything yet that has more power than a female, persuasion, all that, man. I'm telling you right now. And there's nothing, I ain't seen nothing yet. Heard about it. I heard people talk. I haven't seen nothing yet more powerful than that vagina. Not one thing. They talk about, oh, drugs, drug. Yeah, you keep talking about drugs. Okay, man. I don't heard people say I've been clean 7 years, 8 years, 10 years. But for a dude that really like vagina, you ain't never say, man, yeah, I've been on vagina for like 8 years. No, it ain't gonna happen. So one thing I know, I haven't seen nothing. People spend more money on females, vagina, sex, Valentine's, paying rent, bills, car notes than probably anything in the world because they trying to please a female. They trying to make her happy. It's amazing. I'm telling you, it's amazing. You'll see a dude, strong muscles. He got everything going for him, but it's female controlling. One of my friends called me. He was like, he called me on the phone. So he was like, he said, what's going on? I said, nothing, man. He said, you in the SFL? I said, man, I don't know what the SFL is. I have no idea. I said, my son sent me something and say, Daddy sent me an SS. I had no idea what that was, thinking of Chevy, but the SS means send a screenshot. So all this stuff they come up with, man, I don't have time for it. I said, man, what is SFL? He said stands for sucker for love. I said, well, man, that's not me. He say, I'm in the SFL. So, man, you, the man on his fourth marriage. And I know the dude, he a good dude. But maybe that's why he on his fourth marriage. He's sitting up there being a sucker, being weak, and people dudes don't realize, man, females like strong dudes. They like dudes. And my man Kevin Samuel said it best. Some females like a dude that's gonna keep his foot on her neck. But then a lot of these dudes around here simping, weak, doing everything they girl tell him. Man, dude, I feel bad for him because he he being nice. There's nothing wrong with being nice. There's nothing wrong with taking your girl out to eat, buying her flowers, buying her a purse or two, keeping her happy, catching bills, but you still gotta be the man of the household, okay? Because she might not say nothing, but she'll be want something different and she'll be looking at you different. You better believe that. But I can't speak on everything, man. I'm just gonna speak on facts, things I know, my experiences, and we gonna do it just like that. So one thing I know that if you get married without a prenup, and when this relationship ends, the courts are going to work against you. It's not based on my own experience. It is a known fact. And I ain't put up no statistic, which I probably should have, but I'm not even gonna do that because everybody know when you go to court and you admit that the system is going to work with you. I don't know if they sympathize with females. I have no idea what the psychological effect is why these courts side with the woman, but they usually do. They get this 20 million, 90 million, 30 million. And I'm telling you, even if you're a regular dude and you got a little something, a few $1,000s in the bank, if y'all got a house together, I'm telling you, when a relationship, unless you got a real cool female, and that is really rare. You got a real cool female, it's like, okay, you take this, you take this, we're gonna deal with the kids, we're gonna move on. I'm gonna holler at you later. but that's rare because I think God put some in females with a relationship and guess what? They bitter, they mad. And even if you in a relationship, hey man, it's not working out. I want to do something different. I'm not growing you or whatever it is, they still going to be mad about the relationship. So I'm just telling y'all, and dudes get married all the time with no prenup. They just do it. I don't, and you should do it. Like I was watching a show called Real Housewives of Atlanta, and the lady, she wanted her husband to sign a prenup, and I don't know if he wanted to sign. I don't know. I was just watching sporadically. But she was smart because she got money. She got more bread than him. And not only do dudes get hit, if a female got money and she dealing with a dude who really ain't doing nothing, just laying around the house and being a whatever they call a dude, just stay around to keep the kids, and they get a divorce, believe me, he ain't gonna want to be broke. He want to keep that same lifestyle up. And guess what he gonna do? He gonna want the money, and he may get the money. But what I'm saying is that you just have to prepare if you get married. And if you so scared of your girl, you so weak, worried about what she gonna say. Okay, man. If you really a dude, a boss dude, a man, you like, hey, this is what we gonna do before we get married. And she say she not gonna marry you. She say she not gonna marry you and not gonna sign no prenup. Hey, man, let her go, man. I'm telling you, let her go. And as weak as you might be, as much as you might love her, as good as that vagina may be, and the extra stuff she do, hey, man, I ain't saying let her go, but you at least need to talk about it because I can almost guarantee you, if you got money or you come up on some money or whatever you're doing in life, you'll never know like what kind of venture you might get into, who you might meet, and you might make a whole lot of money. You might be struggling now. Times might be hard. You might be making 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, which is cool. That's good too. But one day you might be making millions. And there's plenty of dudes that get with a girl and start making money. Get with a girl and just start doing better because life is about growth. And I'm gonna tell you a story I've seen um, about maybe 30 years ago. I'm gonna say 20 something. I'm gonna say 30 years ago. Let me see. Maybe 30 years ago. The dude that invented the mag flashlight. Now this man came up with a metal flashlight. And he was an older dude. It was on court TV. I don't think they got court TV no more. He was an older dude. All right. The man invented the mag flashlight, okay? But when he first started coming up, I guess his girlfriend was in the office with him, and I guess they was kind of struggling a little bit. I'm not saying that, but just basic. The show was so long ago. But one thing I know, and I don't even know what the verdict was in the end. But one thing I know, she was coming up with ideas. She came up with, hey, let's do different colors of the flashlight. She was doing all that, and while they was in court, she was telling all that. And maybe I need to look up the verdict. I should have looked up before I started the show, but that thought just came to my head. But I guarantee you, based on the way that show was going, she was gonna get some money out of him. I'm telling you because you would never know. But I'm gonna tell you based on my own experience why you need a prenuptial agreement. Now, me, I got married 20 years ago, long time ago. When I met the female, she was sweet, she was nice, she was much younger than me, and that was cool. And we lasted for a long time. We lasted 20 years. And that was good. We had a good time, but sometimes it's time to go your separate ways. One person might be outgrowing the other, or there's just differences. So hey man, if a person feel like, hey, they better off by themselves, they might as well go and be by themselves. So and the thing about it, I wasn't cheating. I guess she wasn't cheating because Giannis only play that. So we just had our differences. But when the relationship ended, okay, cool. Hey man, listen, you go your way, I'm gonna go my way. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And it was kind of cool in the beginning. So then, even after we split up, we were still talking, still kicking it, still going by the house, watching TV, excuse me, still you know, eating out together, all this other stuff. And I'm gonna tell you how other females that get in another female ear and sway them to do things that's out of their character. Okay. So and mind you, let me say this too. I'm probably about out of 80, I'm gonna say 70, $80,000 lawyer fees, back and forth, hiring people to do paperwork, man. That's what I'm telling you, man. You get that prenup, yeah, you have a few little fees. You had to go in there, but once you show them that paper, man, where you say, hey, this what she came with, this what she glee with. They ain't gonna because they gonna pull some craziness on you. Now I'm gonna tell you right now. I got a company that do decent. They do real good. I ain't gonna pull your leg, man. They asking me for cash app, Venmo, PayPal. Square, they ask me for all my bank account, man. They asking me for everything. I'm telling you, and I mean everything. Like they oh this asset, that asset, and they gonna do the same way if you don't have a prenup agreement. And the reason why I didn't get no prenup agreement because I got married 20 years ago. And that was a long time ago. But now these new females, boy, they bossing up on dudes, letting people get in their ear. They changing. They evolving. Like you take a female like my grandmama, my mom, other people. Yeah, they get married. They loyal. And I'm not saying most wives are loyal. I'm not saying that everybody's not loyal. But it's just. But now you got a different breed with this Instagram, internet, people being influenced by others. Now I'm not gonna talk about why a race of people is single. I catch up with that later. Well, people get influenced. Just these new females, they try to boss up on dudes, and they got other influence because, like I said, when me and this female we split up, when me and my wife we split up, man, we was cool. We was still kicking it. So then, okay, she went and she moved back to her hometown, and I'm not gonna say, but I'm gonna say this much: I got a phone with 51,000 text messages, and I ain't even really read all the messages because I ain't really no snooper, but I just seen where some of her friends was, oh, girl, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that. And I'm wondering why the dynamic changed. Like I'm wondering why we go from being cool, hanging out, talking, chilling, yada yada, whoop de woo. Then she go to, okay, she gonna serve me with some papers. Okay, that's cool. Cause me, one thing about it, man, I take things as they come. You can throw all kinds of stuff at me. I'm gonna block it. I'm gonna knock it off me. I'm gonna solve it, and I'm gonna keep moving. So okay, that's cool. But I think this one person got in her ear and charged her up. I ain't gonna say no names, but she just got different on me. But I ain't gonna get in all that personal stuff, man. But I'm telling you, these females that be in your wife's circle or be in your girlfriend's circle, boy, listen, some of them toxic. They toxic for real. If you don't believe it, just sit back and watch and listen. Just sit back and watch and listen. So back to why you need a prenup. That's why I need notes and all this other stuff. 'Cause I start talking about one thing, jump to another thing because I got a million things in my head. Okay. So if you don't get that prenup, I'm telling you, man, they're gonna try to get everything you got. They especially if they usually get a female lawyer or a bulldog lawyer, and they're gonna get these lawyers, man. And I'm telling you right now, these lawyers gonna try to get paid. They're gonna try to pitch y'all against each other. Like the lawyer was trying to say, "Oh, don't talk to him. You know why don't you talk? Because y'all might be like, okay, cool, let's just do this and move on." Because a lawyer over there charged her 10,000, my lawyer charging me 10,000. You see what I'm saying? So hey, they try to keep the fight going. My divorce went on for 3 years. 3 years. I'm telling you, I ain't even tallied up the lawyer bill, but I know it was over $60,000 in lawyers because I switched lawyers. One lawyer being lazy, other lawyer, okay, yeah, okay, I'm going to trial. So yeah, let me tell you about this too, man. And listen, man, I had to go to trial about this divorce. I ain't done nothing to nobody. I just minding my business and listen, man, you gonna be on trial. They gonna have you on trial, talking about your money, showing your assets, trying to make decisions. And man, listen, man, that's what it's come to. You gotta go to trial over getting married to a female. I'm dead serious. And if you don't believe me, man, I'll show you the paperwork. It's downstairs somewhere. I had a trial date. Like it's mandatory that you be at this trial date because you finna be on trial about your money and everything. And if you don't believe me, man, I'm talking first hand experience, bro. You gonna be on trial, and it's just a lot of mess because these women they be bitter. And dude, anything I went through with a divorce, any kind of female I was in a relationship with, hey man, it's over and done. Hey, let's just keep it moving. I don't be mad about it. I don't be bitter. I'm not mad at nobody I was in a relationship with because one thing I do when I come to the relationship, excuse me, I've been drinking coffee. Jesus, boy, I was getting sleepy for a minute. I said I need something to wake me up, but I think I put too much of that Folgers in there, man. Oh my goodness. So check this out. One thing about me, and y'all don't take this wrong. When I come to a female, guess what? I got intentions, man. I always got intentions. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because I can't do no fake show. I can't be up here acting phony. I'm just gonna keep it real 100 to though. When I come to a female, and I done told some females, and don't take this wrong, I'm gonna take advantage. That mean we gonna have some babies. We gonna hang out. We gonna have lots of sex. We gonna do some everything. So when I come to a female, she better know, like, hey man, this dude finna put some babies on me. We gonna live together. We gonna do a lot of stuff. We gonna hang out. We gonna eat out. We gonna ride good cars. We gonna enjoy each other. And any relationship I've ever been in, and it ended. Hey man, listen, we had a good run. It's time to move on. And that's the way I look at stuff. So I don't want nobody here to think I'm bitter, man, because I spent all this money. I got divorced. Because to be honest with you, man, I had to end it. I had to just say, hey man, our time is up. You go your way, I go mine. And that's the way, that's how it is. And sometimes when you want to grow, when you want to do stuff, when you see stuff different, it wasn't about no other female, nothing like that. It was about I want to do bigger things, and that person want to do bigger things. So hey man, it might be time for us to split up. But I know I done jumped off the subject, but I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Don't get that prenup, and I guarantee you gonna say whether 5 years, 10 years, 2 years, 3 years. Man, I should have listened to that dude at TK Unfiltered. Man, he told me a long time ago I needed a prenup, and you could jump out here if you want to. Let your girl coerce you, let her make you feel a certain way, let her make you feel weak, and go on out here and get married without that prenup. And if you got a lot of money and you get married without a prenup, man, I'm not even gonna call people names. But man, you're not being real smart. I ain't gonna say you stupid, but you're not being real smart because I already know what's gonna happen. And if you just look at every dude with money and see how much they had to settle for when they got a divorce, you'll be like, man, I should have got that prenup. But it's gonna be too late. Cause I'm telling you, man, once them lawyers, them girlfriends get in that ear, boy, you're gonna be in trouble because they're gonna try to boss up on you. They're gonna try to take everything you got. And dudes get hit all the time. And some dudes just agree to stuff just because they tired of it going on. Yeah, my divorce went on for 3 years. You think I gave in? Nope, because I'm not that dude. You're not finna make me give in. You're not finna make me do nothing that I don't want to do. I'm telling you, you ain't finna make me pay no money. You're not finna make me do nothing. And if you don't believe me, I ain't gonna even talk about it. If I start talking about it, listen, bro, they gonna be like, man, this dude right here, he's something else. I ain't gonna even talk about it. But I guarantee you ain't finna make me pay nobody nothing. And if you don't believe me, I can show you better than I can tell you. You can bet that. And cause these courts out here, man, they be moving like they just hey man, you just gotta see it for yourself. I'm gonna do a whole show. I'm gonna get my transcript. I'm gonna do a whole show on how my case went, how I went to trial. Y'all just listen to it. Y'all just listen to it. And you know, it's a lot of things that people don't speak on. But see, I ain't scared to speak on. Some of them judges be down there acting ugly, man. And then even Tyrese, I seen a video with Tyrese, and I like Tyrese, but he was just telling how they moving. He not scared to speak on certain things. But some people be quiet, they be scared, they ain't got no platform. They be weak, see, and they be scared of repercussions or consequences. I ain't that dude. So hey man, listen, I'm always gonna speak my mind. Yeah, I ain't gonna disrespect nobody, but I'm always gonna tell the truth. And if it's something that need to be brought to light, I'm just gonna bring it to light, that's just how I roll. So I'm gonna tell you, oh, listen, this y'all got to subscribe and like, man, because I'm gonna be real with you, man. This show is about to be off the chain. You got a lot of shows out here, but this gonna be a real show, man. We talking about love, life, relationships, child support, cheating husband, cheating wives, fetishes, late night freaks. It's gonna be everything on my show. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna run this show till they cut it off. And I'm telling you, I don't do it for money. I'm telling you, I'm doing it for fun. I'm doing it for entertainment. I'm doing it to enlighten people on some stuff. I'm gonna let other people come in and talk on my show. I mean, this just where it's going. And you might as well go and hit that TKM filter and then subscribe and like and then notification bell because when I drop a video, you don't want to miss it. I'm telling you right now, I'm not messing with no topics that's not good. I'm not sympathizing with nobody. I'm not sitting there worrying about how many uh, 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 dudes or females slept with. I'm just not. It's just gonna be a real show, and that's just how I'm gonna run it. And I'd be wondering like, why women lie about how many men they slept with. Man, I got a whole show thought process on that, and I'm gonna bring some females on to tell me why they do it. I want to get answer from like 10, at least 5 females. Like, why do women lie about how many men they slept with? And it's just common for them to do it. And I don't know. I had put on that in that chat GPT stuff, and it gave me an answer, but I don't know. I don't just listen to computers. I got to hear from a human, and based on experiences and how they really feel, and why women um, lie about how many men they slept with. So I'm gonna end this show. This just the intro show, man. So start doing a show about 5 days a week, and for all my shows gonna be good. I'm telling you right now, man. I'm not gonna give y'all all of me on these first few shows. I mean, I'm gonna run it about 50%, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man, because I talk a lot. I got a lot of stuff in my on my mind, and I'm gonna speak my mind, and I'm not gonna be negative because I love being happy and positive. I don't knock nobody for how much they weigh or what gender they are, what they like sexually, man. I ain't got time for that, man. People, be yourself. Live your life. So whatever you like, whatever you do, that's on you. Because me, I live life. Whatever I like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna enjoy it, and just I say, be yourself and live life. So I'm gonna end this show on this note because man, I can go on and on and on and on and on because I got so much stuff in my head. But tonight I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna create about 10 shows with topics, and then so when I come back on the next show, y'all check it out. I'm gonna give y'all a rundown of all my topics, and then we gonna really see like if y'all want to just go ahead and every time hit that notification when my show come on, y'all better come on, man, because I'm gonna bring some bad females on here, man. I need to get some answers from them. So we gonna leave that at that. But I'm finna stop this show, and y'all catch me on the next episode. I'm gonna say it's the intro show or episode 1, but we'll figure it out.